Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kansas Esports. Up tonight, we've got a hit League of Legends match for you against Texas State.
Yep. And just a reminder, I am Brandon. This is Ben. We will be commentating the game tonight, and hopefully we're going to get into the draft pretty soon. I'm really excited to see what our team has in store for us.
Purely looking at the enemy team's ranks here, I think we're in for a much better match than last time.
Yes.
I think this is going to be a little bit more even.
I think it will
a lot more
definitely
entertaining.
be more contentious for sure, hopefully. Maybe some more entertaining stuff. Not that that pentakill last week wasn't entertaining, but maybe some more evenly matched games would be a little bit fun.
Some more skill expression,
Yeah.
you know?
They're waiting on us.
We are just about to get into draft here.
Looks like we will be on the red side this game. Oop, and here we go. Ban phase starting for Texas State.
Ooh, first
What
ban.
will it be? There.
Lock in the Akshan.
Akshan ban. We can see that one coming. Jay's a very, very proficient Akshan player.
So abusive in this meta, too.
Yes.
Want to get that out ASAP.
Lucian, assuming that's a Lucian bot ban. Lucian paired with Nami. We saw it at Worlds today. It didn't win, but it is a very strong pairing.
That's two ADCs down. And the Kindred coming in next.
No more Kindred pentakills this week, unfortunately.
J4 gets locked in immediately, no hesitation there. And the Mundo getting hovered.
Not the doctor. No.
No. Oh, that's so sad. And Thresh finalizing the first phase of bans here.
First pick Volley Bear. That's interesting.
I think definitely locking in Volibear here. It's a little bit questionable.
We can see it. It can go up to the top lane or the jungle.
The reply is
KU responds with Talia Misfortune. I like it. I like it.
I do.
We've been seeing Misfortune a lot. We saw it a lot today at the World Championship. Very strong pick. Very good on the red side. Curious if this is a Talia support, because that has been making its rounds.
That's definitely the reply here. You got Volibear, can go top, can go jungle. Talia, the reply, can go bot, can go jungle as well. Nico gets locked in.
Nico locked in. Don't see that
That's an
champion very
interesting
often.
one.
I
I'm
like
kind
it.
of surprised.
I like Nico. Nico's a lot of fun. Her ultimate is very powerful. Lot of CC, lot of good stuff. Just waiting on the next pick. What do we got coming?
Ooh. The Ezreal hover.
Ezreal is also very strong. I think it's like a good handshake with the Misfortune.
I think it's about 50-50 on whoever wins that lane.
You would
Locked in.
you would expect the Misfortune to get like an early push, but Ezreal does scale very, very well.
Absolutely.
And what will the response be?
15 seconds. What do you pick here, man? That's a tricky position.
If they are intending on flexing the Talia, they should pick something that allows them to continue to flex it, or they should take something that is contentious.
Ooh, the brand.
Nope,
No,
Cassiopeia. I like that. I like that much
that.
better.
Yeah.
I like that much better than Brand.
Don't show your hand quite
Brand
yet.
is very, very risky. And I think Cassiopeia can be risky as well. She is very immobile, but locking in that powerful, assuming mid lane mage.
I think it's a good pick there, especially when you have the advantage going into that pick.
I agree. If they're expecting it to be a Nico mid, I think Cassiopeia can play fine versus it. Nico's skill shots take quite a while to go through, so I think Cassiopeia can dodge out of those.
Kansas banning Nautilus up next. No supports yet.
I think we'll probably see some top lane bans from Texas State, if I had to guess. And I think we may end up seeing top lane from Kansas Esports on that last pick.
I might also expect a support ban.
They do ban the Elise, so they are thinking it could be that Talia support. That's very interesting. Maybe it is. That would be awesome.
I'd love to see it.
Last ban from Kansas Esports will possibly be that Leona. We'll see if that gets locked in.
And I get smart here to go for the support.
Yes, Ezreal pairs pretty nicely with Leona. She can kind of just stand way in front, and he can stand way in back and not do anything.
Texas is kind of lacking a champion that defines their overall objective for the match. And I think targeting both Nautilus and Leona there goes a long way in kind of reducing the options that they have going into these last two picks.
They get rid of the Kled and we lock in the Aatrox.
Wow, this is an aggressive team.
And Set, so it looks like it most likely will be the Volibear jungle with the Set top.
Yep.
I think that top lane matchup goes fine. Set wins in early levels because he is Set.
Blitzcrank support.
Oh, lock in Blitzcrank. Do it. Blitzcrank is so fun to watch. Do it. Oh, we got 10 seconds.
That's a lot of...
They'll do it. They'll for sure do it.
Oh, man.
Pulling Blitzcrank, or pulling somebody in.
Oh,
yeah, there it is. Blitzcrank.
What a fascinating draft.
I definitely think it's interesting. They have a lot of go in and pick somebody off. Big team fight out of that Nico. And the last pick from Kansas Esports.
Hovering Braum. We'll see if they lock it in.
It's probably a good idea. I think.
Hovering the Amumu. Come on, do it.
The Amumu support last week was so good from Moonglade. Yes, we will get that Amumu again.
Beautiful.
That is awesome. He played it perfectly last week. We'll see if we can get another performance like that. So it looks like it will be the Talia jungle. No Talia support today. That's okay.
We got the Amumu though. I mean,
we did get the Amumu.
We can't complain.
I completely forgot about the Amumu. I can't believe that. All right.
Oh, what a fascinating draft.
Yes.
Absolutely strange.
I'm a little bit interested to see how the draft is going to play out, or how the top lane matchup is going to play out versus Set and Aatrox. Assuming it could be Set jungle. I guess we'll find out here in a moment. I guess I'll put that back.
I think the Blitzcrank pick is perhaps the most interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think what you're saying with that pick is very much, I am a lane phase oriented Blitzcrank. Up against this late game comp that the Kansas Esports team has drafted, I don't think Blitzcrank is going to do much in the ways of hooking champs in, deleting them instantly. But during that ban phase, Misfortune, Amumu, they're a little bit susceptible to that kind of play. So we'll see if the Ezreal can get an early lead, maybe snowball the game that way.
I like the Blitzcrank especially versus Misfortune, who just has her strut as a means to mobility, just very fast. Cassiopeia the same way, where she doesn't have a dash ability, and Talia again, no dashes. So as a Blitzcrank, you're very happy to see a lower mobility comp. Obviously, these champions have ways to traverse through movement speed or Talia's Weaver's wall, but in a straight up situation, you can catch out people very easily with this Blitzcrank. And we'll be looking for big Nico flanks with that Pop Blossom, with Volibear overhead.
Absolutely.
One thing I think we should be careful to look out for is this Amumu. One thing is, when the Mumu can go in, he can layer his ult with the Misfortune bullet time, which is a very, very exciting combo.
It is.
It is a long CC. It provides a lot of damage. But one thing that I'm a little bit afraid of is the timing with a Set. If the Amumu goes in and Set can immediately ult him away, that can create an opportunity for Texas State to go in.
Yep.
They have a pretty, I don't know, even draft, but I think both teams have ways to play around each other, which is exciting. And we'll go ahead and check out the completed thing just to make sure everything is right. Yep, it will be Set in the top lane, Volibear jungle, as we predicted. So with that, we will be back shortly when we are back into the game.
And welcome back. About to get in game here. Oh, they're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Look at them go. Looking for cheese.
Ooh, it looks like we've got Texas State running 5-man top, looking for a level 1 cheese, possibly on the Aatrox.
Kansas starting with that 5-point strat we've seen.
Yep. Although, interestingly, we do have the Misfortune running bot lane, probably to place a ward, so they do have one entrance covered by both. Oh, and here it is.
Ooh, they have the Blitzcrank. Can he hook?
Can he hit the hook? Aatrox already uses his dash, and he misses the hook.
No hook
Misses
today.
the hook.
Maybe predicting the flash, some
Yeah,
potential there, but no dice. And the
Overall, pretty low opportunity cost. Although Kansas Esports will get some vision in both sides of the jungle, which is pretty unfortunate for the side of Texas State. But it looks like, oh, never mind. They will not stay around to take away the red buff.
I think that's smart. Better to play this safe. Don't want any more cheese.
They send 5 top, and they do not get anything. Jackie returns, unfortunately having to skill his E level 1 is not the most ideal of things, but better than dying.
You will take note that both mid laners have actually taken TP.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a heavily team fight oriented game here.
You do see a lot of teleport in more competitive settings. Games are slower. Teleporting bot lane is fun, I assume. I never do it. Got Moonglade hiding away in this brush, waiting for the prime opportunity for a bandage toss.
That Blitzcrank is
you know he
ready
wants
to
it.
hook at a moment's notice.
They both want the same thing.
I know, right? Who'd have go first, though? Oh, man. That
Plating
Volibear
trade. Oh, nice little trade there from the set. A little bit unfortunate, but that is the power of set level 1 with that face breaker.
This pressure that the Amumu can give off just level 1 in a tiny
Bush
little
control.
bush.
Bush control is a very, very important part of
man.
bot lane.
That buff.
We'll just be having even CS trading everywhere. But bot lane does seem to be a little bit behind due to that pressure from the Amumu.
Set hit in an early level 2 going in. Let's see what he can do with it.
Looks like Aatrox will just retreat under the turret. No harm, no foul. Big wave stacking up. But unfortunately, the Volibear does path bot side, not top side, for a tower dive. So it looks like Jackie returns will be able to collect this wave under the tower with no problem.
Both mid laners level 3. They've got their full early game kits. Can go in at a moment's notice here.
They do have waves pushing into them in both top and mid lane. And they push in the wave bot lane for an early reset. You like to
Crab's
see it.
now up. Amumu's there to take that first one. Volibear still farming. CS even, though, between the two junglers.
He's probably going to go check it. Oh. Looks like he will just concede and go to his Krugs. We have all been there. Taking a look at some CS. Pretty even across the board. A little bit of an advantage in mid, a little bit of an advantage in top. Especially with the stacking wave, you would expect set to be a couple minions ahead at the end of it.
Misfortune backed early just to get that second starter item.
Yes, they
we'll see what she can do with
got
it.
that early base on that mid push.
Ooh.
Oh, the hook in. Oh,
Amumu looking to
Oh,
go
no,
back
the hook
in.
on the minion.
Doesn't hit.
Amumu
Oh,
with the flash
Ezra
away,
looking for more.
and it looks
And
like
that's
everything
enough.
will be fine. We have a gank
Oh,
up in the
set
top
a little
lane.
bit cut out. He's got the W at the ready, though. Oh, and it connects.
Oh, the big
Doesn't
haymaker.
look good. And first blood is going to go over to Kansas.
Great time, like a perfectly timed gank from the side of Kansas Esports. It was warded, but it seems that did not matter at all. Picking up the first blood on this Talia. Very big. Picked up that early dark seal as well.
Yep.
Gaining some stacks on that, always cool.
Ooh, Amumu looking to get
Moonglade
poked out. And it
stepping
hits,
up too
going
far.
in. Oh, a trade down bot lane.
That's actually insanely impressive that they were able to get that trade. Very, very big.
Mid lane's not
Oh,
looking good.
oh,
Nico
Jace
does get
dies.
the Cassiopeia. Oh,
Ooh.
going back in. Flashes in, secures the kill.
Both
Another
mid laners
trade.
are dead. Talia is 2-0, 4 stacks on that dark seal. I don't know if that's what we wanted to see.
There's been a lot of trading going on, and
Yeah.
a lot of really great gameplay in reply to the initial hits.
This is very, very big for this Talia. He got 2 kills, got to collect XP from that mid lane wave.
He's
And-
up in farm already,
Yep.
pretty significantly too.
I think we should look to this Talia to carry the game.
Absolutely, snowballing that lead, putting lane pressure literally everywhere. Set going in, see if he can poke any more. No.
Aatrox having definitely a little bit of a rough time, but a wave is stacking in his favor, so he doesn't need to really stress about it, I think.
Both ADCs are surprisingly even thus far.
Yeah.
Both a kill, almost even on CS.
Yeah, I agree. I think this bot lane I think it's fine for both of them to kind of farm it out, because, we do have a
Talon's
gank here
there.
from the Talia.
Ooh.
Will we get the seismic shove? Not
Blitzcrank
quite.
with the dodge.
Not quite. Oh, picking up that cannon minion. Any damage you take is worth it.
Such patience
Ooh,
from the
more
bot
fighting.
lane.
More fighting. Yes.
Ooh, Blitzcrank passive use. That could be a big deal later on in the match.
Looks like we may see Kansas Esports head over onto that dragon, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Very early dragon take. I think it's fine. Definitely good to get those on the board.
Yep.
That dragon soul is very powerful, but it will not be an infernal soul this game.
You know bot lane is back. You know mid lane's under pressure still from the Cassiopeia. Great time to take a dragon.
I think gold is probably pretty even between mid laners, especially due to the CS discrepancy. Maybe a little slightly in favor of the Nico due to that kill. But the assist gold going back with the CS lead, I think is probably about even.
Yep. That just leaves the junglers. That 2-kill lead. 150 bounty. Not a huge lead, but definitely impactful this early on in the game.
Yep. We do see the Talia come out with the
The root
big
coming
root.
in.
That Nico damage cannot be underestimated.
So early.
Great miasma placement from Jace though. Make it so that the Nico can't walk up and potentially go for an all-in with that Pop Blossom. But anyways, the Talia going in with that early Sork shoes is super, super big. That is a large damage increase, especially on these very low magic resist targets.
Being able to push that lead just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hopeful. 4 stacks.
I think if we're going to see any action, it'll be here soon with this Rift Herald spawning in about 10 seconds. Volibear will take a base instead of going up to it. Probably a good idea. I doubt Talia will go straight to it on spawn. We may have to wait a little bit longer.
Everyone but the supports is now level 6. So we're ready for ultimate use. We're ready to get in there, have some more action.
We got to get that Amumu to level 6.
I know, right?
Toronto. We need to see that combo between the Misfortune and the Amumu.
Ooh,
We will have a
looking
gank up in the
top
top lane.
Lilia.
Oh,
W coming in. Aatrox looking for the finish. She dodges. Oh, Talia and
he will
execute.
barely pick up the kill onto the
Ooh.
set. A third kill onto Talia. 6 Dark Seal stacks. This Talia does damage.
And a pushed wave nonetheless. We'll see if he can get that first tower plate.
Set does not have TP, so he will miss quite a few minions.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. Oof. And just like that, top lane's looking quite a bit more favorable on the Kansas side.
Yeah. Still pretty hard. Set is still a very strong duelist, very good in a 1v1, especially with that Bramble Vest versus the Aatrox.
Absolutely.
But with those 2 assists and the bonus minion money, I think it's going to be a little bit
First
easier.
ultimate of the game will go to the Ezreal, looking to stop the back. Does not connect.
Does he hit him in the base? Nope, not quite.
Cassiopeia just casually taking this mid turret's first tower plating.
Ballsy. Walking out to the top side is the correct play here. Going up probably to help with this Rift Herald. They can maybe take the Rift Herald and transfer that mid. Especially, we have Dragon coming up in 2 minutes. I imagine we can see Rift Herald take, some jungle camp take, a base, and then a placement of the Rift Herald right before that Dragon.
Yep. Rift Herald will go to Kansas.
Oh, Talia ulting
used,
top
going
lane. The
in.
Set cannot play the game.
Set does have TP. Ults over the wall. Beautiful.
Oh.
1 turret shot.
Oh,
Ooh,
the flash follow?
Flash didn't quite connect there.
And everybody walks away.
Oh, that
It's
was
like nothing happened.
that was remarkably close
Yes.
to hitting the innards of that W. Oh my gosh. if that
Very
had connected-
dangerous position for Talia to be in. Giving up a 300 gold bounty is not something you want to do. Fortunately, the play did not go in favor of the set, and everything is fine.
The set ult over the Talia wall.
Very impressive.
Followed by a flash W.
Misfortune caught out here, being flashed on by a bunch of people, and will die. Not something you want to see with
Not
Dragon coming
something
up
at
in a
all.
minute.
Especially in your own jungle this early on.
Although, death
Ooh.
timers are pretty low.
Cassiopeia getting caught out. Nico ult.
Flash
Beautiful
away.
flash. Wasting 2 ults for that. I'll call that worth.
I would also call that worth. Trading your flash is a little bit unfortunate, but those ults will not be up for Dragon, which is the important thing.
Absolutely. Oh.
It looks like, unless something crazy happens, we will probably see these top laners reset here shortly and look to TP down for a Dragon. I hope we can see a big brawl at this Dragon. The early game brawls are the most fun.
Mm-hmm. Nico's teleport will be off cooldown by the time that Dragon pops up. So that will leave Texas here with 2 TPs to Kansas's 1.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna need some good positioning to counteract that.
In terms of setup around this Dragon, it seems like with Texas State taking their recalls, I think they may look to just give this up. Oh, but they are making a play
Ooh.
mid lane.
The hook will connect. Nico, a quick execute, going
Jace
over
will
the
drop it.
Blitzcrank.
Jays drops again. Very unfortunate.
Oh man.
Ooh, this
That's
is a bit of a
unlucky.
risky play. I don't know about this. They're trying to rush down this turret with the Rift Herald, but you have people collapsing on you.
Rift Herald coming out, looking to get that last turret plated.
I think we may see the misfortune. Oh,
Nico's in, does connect with 2. MF ulting.
oh, the bullet time is huge.
Oh, the Mumu comboed with the MF ult. Getting 2 there.
Volley Bear is
Volley
too
Bear
much.
just coming in, wrecking havoc as that bruiser. Oh, will Mumu be able to get out? It's not looking good. The Flash is
Oh,
going to
the
have
flash
to come
out.
out.
Ends up being 2 for 2 on that play, which is actually really good considering it was a 3v4. But definitely overstaying a little bit in that bot lane.
Yeah, the rotation from the mid lane kill in the Cassiopeia down to bot lane was faster than Kansas was expecting.
Amumu taking this blast gun over. I'm not
Mumu's
sure
going
you
in.
want this.
Cassie's there. We'll see what she can do with it.
Oh, this is huge.
Looks good. That take.
Ooh.
Oh, the execute with the ultimate. Ezra's not looking good. Oh, and it's so close.
The outplay from Jace.
Oh,
He
the
is
hook
crazy.
connects. Amumu looking to get taken down. Talia coming in
Oh,
against
Talia
the
does
Nico.
so much damage.
And the MF will
He
clean
the
up
kill to
that
the
kill.
MF. And anything that looked good for Texas State immediately does not look good anymore. They way overstay, way overcommit for this play, and it looks like Kansas Esports will get to take this Dragon off the back of that amazing performance from Jace, redeeming himself a little bit from some unfortunate gank timings.
Blitzcrank
Oh!
steals it.
Blitzcrank steals the Dragon.
You never expect the Blitzcrank hook steal. That's impressive. Wow.
Not at the end of the day, good play from the Blitzcrank
can't
there.
even be mad.
Yep, good play
I
from
can't even be-
Blitzcrank. A little bit unfortunate, but with it only being the first Dragon for Texas State, it is not the end of the world. But you do
Oh,
hate to see it.
That's brutal. That is just brutal.
Curious if he just wanted to save Smite or what was going on there, but not the biggest steal in the world, I think. Definitely feels bad, but if they don't get too tilted off of it, I think it'll be fine. There's always another. Looks like it will be Cloud Soul this game. I think that's very good for the side of Kansas Esports. Oh, Aatrox finally looking the better of some of these trades.
These 2 mid laners have been trading constantly the entire game and have consistently been about equal each and every time.
Yep.
Just patiently waiting for their junglers to come clean up.
I think we'll see the Aatrox back and get his Gore Drinker, and then he will win the game instantly. Ooh, we got some pinks in mid lane. Maybe they're trying to make a move on this Nico. We have
Amumu might be
Moonblade
under
sitting in
vision.
this.
He doesn't know. Amumu in. The ult coming out, and the combo with the
Ooh.
MF. Blitz hooks the MF. Cassiopeia's there, though, and the Blitz gets executed.
That Cassiopeia damage is so big. You just land one
so
Q,
ridiculous.
and it just does so much damage.
Just the Leandres.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Ooh. The Facebreaker into the Darkened Blade. Pretty even trade. Set doesn't take damage. Neither does Aatrox. Looks like they're having a lot of fun.
That gold lead has now reached 2.3.
Yes. Very big. Oh, I think this is a... Ooh, this is going to be
winning.
close. We have
Ulting in. And the W execute. Beautiful stuff coming from that set. His ults have been on point thus far.
That haymaker damage is just so much. You deal damage to him, he stacks up this bar, and then he can just deal free true damage to you. But he may be staying a little bit too long. No flash.
Talia, there to probably pick up the kill. W coming in, large shield,
394 true damage.
He has no flash. He has
think
no
he will
abilities.
just slowly go down.
And there it goes. The flash will need to be exchanged, though. That might be big.
Yes. But kind of needed to flash there with the volley bear coming up right behind him.
Yep.
Good trade back. Talia back up to 6 stacks. I wonder if we'll get to see him Medjai's this game. I'm sure if he gets more kills, he'll go
Blitz
for it.
might be
but...
tempted to take the hook here. He's got 3. Oh, doesn't
barely
quite connect.
misses.
That could have been big.
Looks like Kansas Esports are picking onto this Rift Herald. The second Herald can maybe use this to get down that mid turret, but no, I think they will end up going for it. They have pretty good numbers.
Ezreal using his ultimate to push the wave a little bit faster than their opponents. MF still able to keep up fairly even.
Let's do a quick check-in on these CS numbers. We got 35 in the mid lane, and they've been just kind of in lane together the whole time, so just some real stellar CSing out of Jays. And it looks pretty even everywhere across the board. About the same in bot and top lane, just Jays. Ooh, back in that face breaker.
Set looking to make a little bit more aggression happen. Aatrox respecting the amount of damage that Set can put off.
As an Aatrox player, I am upset by the presence of Bramble Vest. I understand why he builds it, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Got another dragon coming up here in 50 seconds. That's exciting. We may see a fight around this as both teams are trying to get up to their second Drake.
Yep.
And hopefully no Blitzcrank Hook shenanigans this time around.
This will be a Wind Soul.
Ooh, I just noticed this. Ezreal went for Triforce, which I really like. I'm a big advocate for Triforce on Ezreal. It gives him everything he wants, and with the most recent Divine Sunder nerf, I think you can go Triforce in more situations.
Herald will be popped down mid, looking to take out that middle turret. He's protected. Just a little bit more chip damage, and that mid tower is going to fall.
Yes. I think maybe they could have done that a couple seconds later so that it's alive when the dragon spawns. So now that will give them time to walk in. But it looks like Volibear, being topside, wants nothing to do with this Cloud Dragon.
Texas looking to congregate mid.
Ooh,
this Cloud is largely uncontested, though. They're
Yeah.
happy trading the Cloud for mid tower.
I think they'll be able to make it back to protect the tower. Aatrox is roaming down. Maybe not.
Half health on the tower. It's not looking good.
Oh, there's a Talia wall coming in. Oh, it was all bait.
Set's trapped out. Ult will be used. Talia?
Oh,
Aatrox getting
going
deleted.
in, dying
Smashed
instantly.
on.
Talia dying on the side.
Cassiopeia behind, though. We'll see if the damage output's going to be enough. Doesn't look good, though, for Kansas.
No. Disaster
Cassiopeia's
strikes.
caught out. The Blitzlick will connect.
Oh, but he
will
gets
be
one?
executed. And the W will clean up. Wow.
Jays, with his superior mechanics, will trade back one, but a bit of an overstep out of Kansas Esports will result in an ace.
That gold lead suddenly disappears.
Yes. Swings in the favor of Texas State by about 800 gold. We see them, they will get 2 mid lane towers and back off. Fortunately, this did not take place a minute later, so Texas State will not get to take the Baron for that ace. But it's definitely not a position that you want to be in right now.
Absolutely not. I think they got a little bit greedy trying to protect that mid turret when it didn't really need.
The position looked good. The Talia ult in looked really good. Set played it really well, ulting that fed Talia out, and Cassiopeia was a little bit too far away to aid the rest of the team, and they just got kind of caught out by this.
Set knows his job, and he knows it well, and that is get the Talia out.
Yep.
All damage that can be negated on his own teammates is damage that no longer exists.
I want to see Kansas Esports play around this Cassiopeia in a side lane. I think Cassiopeia is, like, especially Jay's right now, he's very strong. I think he can challenge pretty much anyone in the side lane if they... Ooh, but they have maybe overcommitted onto that, and Texas State are starting the Baron.
Interesting.
Do they
Kansas
even
looking
know?
to make a play bot lane, not
They
thinking
must
that
know.
the enemy would go for the Baron this early.
The face breaker
Cassiopeia might be able to do something here. W is huge, and the turret will execute. Oh, man.
Looks like I stand corrected. He cannot stand up and face anyone when Bungo Balls is on the set.
The set just has such a low ultimate cooldown. He can use that whenever he's in a fight.
Baron down to about 3,000. Looking at Talia. Porcelain.
They
Going
might
in for
respect
steal,
it here,
but it looks
though.
like they will.
And the Baron will reset.
Yep. They will get off of that Baron.
Wow.
Probably a wise
Ooh.
choice. Health bars are not looking great.
Blitzhook not quite connecting the Aatrox there. Just a little sidestep prevents that future from happening.
I think we need to see Kansas kind of slow the pace of the game back down. I think too much action right now is like Texas State are kind of riding this momentum from the past fight. And I think we need to kind of bring the game into a little bit more of a calm position. Look for a good play, a pick. This next dragon, I'm not sure if they should fight it. I'm sure Jays will smurf the fight, though. That's what I am sure of.
I think the reality that Kansas might be realizing here is that the win soul's not going to be enough to win them the game here. They're going to need a little bit more. A little bit more oomph. A clean ace, then a Baron, then a base.
We just need to see a little bit, maybe better execution. I think I want to see him find a pick with the Talia ult.
Aatrox might get caught out. He ults for the speed. Volibear's there behind him, though. And no dice.
Yeah, he will not commit the ult to get closer, and that's fine. Aatrox ult is a pretty low cooldown. It'll be back up for this dragon in 1 minute.
Ooh, this dragon is a little bit make or break for this match right here. Relatively even on the gold lead. Blitzcrank mid, looking for a hook.
I think, I guess TP won't be up. It's good to gather mid, get mid push for this dragon. I'm curious if Jays has time or the money to back and buy his Seraph's Embrace, as that is a pretty substantial AP increase for him. I imagine he will not have a chance to get that before this dragon comes up. Oh,
Kansas
assist
rotating
pings
to the
onto the
upside.
Baron.
They're willing to trade that cloud for a Baron. I'd take that any day. of the week.
Definitely something to consider. They got to clear the vision out first.
The vision control by both these teams, they have spent a large portion of the map just whacking away on these wards. Dragon's up in 5 seconds. Kansas looking to ignore it.
They start the Baron.
They start the Baron.
Ooh, this is a little bit. This is a little bit scary. They're looking
Nico's
for a
there.
turn. Oh, Nico with
the big connects. Blitzcrank hook out. Volibear's looking to execute, and he does. 1 for 1 so far. Carry's getting a little bit low. Cassiopeia executed. Volibear's down next.
the Talia's full health.
Aatrox ult, looking for the back line. That's set, getting a little bit low. The Aatrox heals, though.
Aatrox does not die.
Oh, the Aatrox. Oh, just obliterated. And that's going to be a pretty decisive victory for Texas here.
That fight will go 3 for 2. Not the worst thing in the world. I didn't quite get to see what happened to Jays. I did see him. I did see where he died. I did not see kind of what happened, but missing his damage output really hampered that fight. Looks like Texas State will opt to go for this dragon instead of the Baron. I think that's a good idea with your jungler dead and the enemy jungler alive. 2 dragons apiece. Again, neither team really commanding a dragon advantage. I imagine we would see we will see a soul come through this game, but it will probably be pretty late.
So far, the game's pretty even. Just 100k gold, 800 gold difference between these two teams. Not quite enough to finish out the game.
It seems to be all about the positioning here.
Absolutely.
When we had this fight just now, Nico had a huge flank with the Pop Blossom and the Hextech Rocket Belt. And with the fight before that, it was the positioning of the set to kind of zero out that Talia. So maybe we need to see Kansas Esports. I've been saying this a couple of times. I want to see them look for a pick on a side lane with this Weaver's Wall.
I definitely agree that they have not been using these teleports as well as they could be. They need to catch out the enemy team when the time is right. Just execute, get that one quick kill, and the rest of the 4 should follow suit. And we haven't seen many TPs that have been effective in getting kills this game.
Look at this Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia damage, W there. Melts for the shield, though.
Oh my goodness.
And
There's nothing you can do.
flashes
That
away.
Rylai's Crystal Scepter doing so much work. Ooh. Looks like they will be able to make it out, but Texas State were a little bit pincered there, and I don't think KU felt good enough to pull the trigger on that fight.
Baron?
They are starting up the Baron
Baron's
again.
getting started. The Cassiopeia damage could be enough to get that before a team fight commences.
But this time they don't have Nico on the side.
Aatrox TPs.
Nico
Both
TPs as well.
Texas
Set
TPs,
TP as
they'll
well.
respect it, and they're out of there.
I think that's a really good play from Kansas Esports. They're deciding, okay, we can't really do anything on the map while Set and Nico both have teleport up, so we can just use the Baron as a way to bait them into using their teleports, and we can just walk out and take this top lane tower. I think it's a really good play, and now they do have to commit the TP from the Aatrox, but they do have Cassiopeia TP and Weaver's Wall from the Talia, 2 global ways to get in. But it looks like we may see a fight
Contest
here.
over the blue buff. A huge
Ooh, Nico
coming
dies
and
instantly.
sucking down the Nico. And a quick disengage will wrap up that decisive fight. They're looking for Baron now.
Yes, with that pick, I think Kansas
Immediately.
Esports look on the Baron, but it's still scary.
Amumu gets sucked in. No.
Oh, but the
Oh,
Volley
the
Bear.
Talia, the Volley Bear's in. A huge ultimate coming out.
Big combo.
Oh, the set's there with the finish up. A large health pool on that boy. So much shielding. Oh, man.
They got the pick on the Nico, but the Set and Volley Bear are just too tanky. And this Misfortune has been in a very unfortunate position every single time. Unfortunately, dying with Flash, I think. And ult up.
And a heal, too.
No, the heal did just come up. I will give him that.
Oh,
the heal
okay.
did just come up. I would need to check if the Flash was on cooldown. I imagine it was. But yeah. Another fight going the way of Texas State. Definitely not something you want to see if you are a KU fan.
Still just a 300 gold lead. It is shockingly close for how decisive these fights have been.
It's a lot of that gold is that 50 CS lead in the mid lane.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of the reason why the gold is still so close despite an enormously fed set is the fact that Jace is just a madman with
Farming
the CS.
Yep. 3 items. Complete, looking for 4th. Can't build the boots on Cassiopeia, though.
Nope. The scoreline for this Cassiopeia is deceptive. He is doing quite a lot of work despite having died 5 times. And we are seeing, I meant to make a comment about this earlier, but earlier we were seeing the Set matching the Cassiopeia and the Nico matching the Aatrox. I thought that was a little bit odd considering I think Aatrox would rather not play versus Nico. But here, I think, again, this Nico is looking really, really juicy. And I think Kansas Esports know this.
Dragon coming up in 30 seconds. Still 2 away from the soul, though.
I think that the move will be to opt for Baron setup yet again.
Yep.
Texas State on that objective right now.
They've reversed the script. They realized that, hey, this Baron is more valuable than that Dragon ever will be.
But Kansas know about it. And I think they're trying probably to get this Cassiopeia TP out, is probably my guess for the move on this Baron.
Oh, man.
So tense. Oh, Cassiopeia making a good move here.
Nico ult coming out. And she'll flash away, just barely escaping.
And the Leandri's damage will take out the Nico.
Wow.
Very big, but Texas State are on the Baron yet again.
Based damage, ladies and gentlemen. Cassiopeia just eating away slowly at that Nico. That's another Nico pick down for this fight that's coming up.
The Reaver's Wall coming in, locking some people in the pit. The flash out.
Volibear ults doesn't connect.
And we finally have a fight going the way of Kansas.
Oh, there it is. Amumu flash misses.
Flash for
Doesn't
flash.
have another one. Close. And the ADC trade, but that's not going to be enough. And this Baron is
will be an ace for the side of Kansas Esports. They've just turned this game right around.
2K Gold League.
And they will get Baron.
I think they go for the Drake next.
Yep. I think they have time to get Dragon and then take their resets.
Yep.
That fight was huge. Great performance out of Jays, getting that solo kill in the bot lane, preventing Nico from coming up to help. Great Weaver's Wall, forcing Volibear to use his flash offensively, and maybe like use his flash to get over that wall, and maybe not in a position he would have liked. And there we go. We have that Dark Seal stacked up yet again.
Kills are now even. They've caught up. Such a tense fight, though. Their Texas tanks, both the Blitzcrank and the set, just kind of falling out of sync with one another there.
Yes, I agree. Well, the set was locked in the pit.
Yep.
The set and the Volibear were locked in the pit. They got to divide the fight and pick off people a couple at a time.
Kansas now looking to extend that Baron buff with the 1-3-1 classic.
It does seem to be a little bit desynced. It looks like Jays is maybe afraid of them making a move on him. Understandable. So they will rotate everybody down to come and aid him in pushing out that wave.
Oh, Aatrox might get caught out here. The Volibear's there.
Does he have the Umbral Dash over the wall? Yes, he does.
And he's out. Oh.
And in drawing, he drew those people top lane, and now they get to free fire on this mid lane turret.
The second turret's not looking too
Just
good
protect
for
that
Texas
cannon
here.
minion.
Set looking to go in. He doesn't connect, and the Aatrox will disengage. Nico, another question mark. That's a lot of damage. Doesn't quite get executed by the Leandris, though.
Looks like we will be moving up. We got that bottom lane tier 2, and due to Nico having to base, get some nice damage out on that inhibitor tower. Moving up for the inhibitor tower in mid lane as well. Pretty good 2-lane push coming out here.
This is the largest gold lead all game. This is 5.5k gold.
So what I am a little bit worried about is when they go up, if they go up for this mid lane inhibitor, there is a ward in the blue side jungle for that Nico to go to flank. But it looks like Kansas will not overstay their welcome, or will they? Oh.
Ooh. No backing
I wonder
yet.
if that Nico is hanging behind. I wonder if we will see that TP in. Looks like they're backing off, and nothing will happen.
Aatrox is ready to TP at a moment's notice. Blitzcrank with the hook. The MF ult with the combo. There it is.
The curse of the sad bullet time coming in.
Gets executed. Doesn't matter. Ooh.
3 for nothing.
TP'd behind, looking to ult in on against this Ezreal. The amount of heal. Wow.
Yeah. That fight will go 3 for nothing. Baron does run out, but with 3 members dead, you have to expect that this will be the end of the game.
You've got another 20 seconds of this enemy team not being up.
It's going to take some major heroics out of the Ezreal and the Nico to fix this one up. Oh, they clear the minion wave, but there's another one right there.
The Baron buff is off. They don't have these super aggressive minions now to tank.
Maybe this is the call to back off.
Yep.
And it will be. That is the smart move,
that's so
I believe.
Sad. Oh, Blitz getting hooked in.
And the Talia goes down.
Wow.
That was an 850 gold kill. Fortunately, going
flashing
away
in, Amumu gets stunned. He'll have to go in. Misfortune looking to make a play. And Amumu's out.
And now...
Top lane. Aatrox ults in. Oh, Cassiopeia's there, though. That damage is coming in. And it's coming out.
2 for 2 overall.
Ezreal ult
Definitely could have been worse. Oh.
hits,
Ooh.
but does not quite
I don't think.
kill.
I don't know if it hit. I think he was already low. I could be wrong about that, but definitely close. Anyways, the play going for 2 for 2 is definitely better than what it could have been for Kansas overstaying their welcome in the base.
That was a sloppy disengage.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hesitate with that. Baron
Fortunately,
buff drops, get out.
They will be up in time to make their way down to this dragon for this Cloud Soul. With Baron not being up for 30 seconds after it, I imagine we will see some contesting here.
Absolutely. This is gearing up to be the last fight of the night.
Yep.
Ooh.
If I'm on the side of Texas State, I think this Cloud Soul is not that big of a deal, and I think you should go try and set up around Baron. Give yourself the best position possible. We saw how they can win fights earlier. They just need to have the right positioning and take the fight their way.
Alternatively, you could always just steal the dragon again with a nice blitzcrank hunt.
Of course. The dragon will go down in an
Immediately
instant.
deleted. And that's going to be Soul picked up for Kansas. We'll see what they can do with it. Blitzcrank looking to engage. Hook does not connect. Ezreal engages with an ult. Oh, Talia.
Looks
And
like
there's
just
the
trading
disengage.
poke, trading possible CC abilities.
Kansas has got really good positioning for this Baron if they decide to take it.
They have bot wave pushing in with those super minions. Cassiopeia pushing in the top lane. That mid lane push in. It looks like this will
They're
be a
going
pretty
for it.
standard.
They're going for
Go
it.
straight to Baron. Walk it in top lane.
I don't think Texas has time to get here. Very decisive Baron.
It's
take.
such a hard contest to go for.
Absolutely.
Especially with the Cassiopeia miasma possible. Just blocking off one of those choke
They're
points.
still spreading out. They don't want to play ARAM. They're here for Summoner's Rift. Right?
What would all random all top be? A-Rat, I
A-Rat.
guess. No more A-Rat this game. I think it's smart. While they could probably just group top lane and end the wave clear on the side. Well, the wave clear on the side of Texas State is not super great, so maybe they could have done it. But going for this 4-1 is also good. Getting another pressure point with more minions, always
they
a
might
good
be
thing.
looking for that third inhibitor. That third inhibitor would get them 2 large minion boys each wave.
Gotta do everything by the book.
We'll see if
Take all the inhibs and
Ooh.
then you end the game.
Baron buff is here. Cloud Soul is here.
Ooh,
The gold lead is here, and Nico will
Nico
get obliterated.
is just destroyed in a second, and I think all hope that they had
Jays
in
might
this
get
game.
caught out here. Blitzcrank with the hook. The ult will come in though. Flashes away from the
Ooh.
set. Set's still in though. He's looking for it. W will connect and execute the Cassiopeia.
And
And the game freezes.
the game freezes at the peak of the team fight. Well, at this point we see 3 down on the side of Texas State, just for the 1 on the side of Kansas Esports. It is just that set in a very dangerous position.
I would have to assume that maybe this game is over.
I think the game is over, and I have just
And we're back. A short break from a very long game.
Yep,
Hard
a very
fought.
long game that paused at the end, so we are very sorry for that. And if we were muted when we went back to the camera, we apologize for that as well.
You didn't miss much. It's
We didn't say anything super awesome.
Productive.
But about that last game, that was really fun to watch. It got a little bit shaky, a little bit scary in the middle of the game, but then we ended up pulling it back.
The tension back and forth, and then just that little 3K gold lead is what it took to finally close out that game.
That's the solo kill down in that bot lane.
Kill down, followed by the TP ready. So she was there, the Cassiopeia TPing in, getting ready for that Baron fight.
Yep.
Very important.
Super crucial.
Absolutely the winning play of that.
And now
match.
I'm excited to see kind of what adaptation we're going to see out of Texas State. See if there's anything that they perhaps want to, like they don't want to play versus again.
Yeah.
I think the Misfortune and the Amumu were kind of silent this game. They were definitely doing very good things, but
I think
more silent. So
you could definitely get away with not banning the Amumu again and instead going for that Cassiopeia, but it's still close.
I would definitely be afraid of it.
Definitely.
Though. That is a very powerful combo.
But just like last week, we could see a drastically different comp altogether, which is absolutely fantastic. Just because we saw these compositions last game does not mean that we'll see anything like it this time.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of this meta right now. I'm absolutely loving it.
Yep. Anything is good. Most anything is good.
Most anything is good.
We can see a lot of really fun stuff. I think we are going to get into draft here soon. Teams are about ready. Yeah, I got it. So we'll move over to that whenever it's ready. I really hope. I doubt it's going to happen, but I would really love to see the auction left open. And here we are. We are into draft right now.
I would love an auction.
I would love to see it. I think it's a long shot. I do think it's going to be banned.
The Lucian ban coming in first, not auction. So we're still in the clear.
We are on blue side. So,
we're on blue side.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Kindred, though, coming in.
So far, the bans are similar. I can't remember. I don't remember specifically what it was, but I do remember this Lucian ban is sticking.
The J4 ban coming in next.
Yep.
We've seen them be able to play J4 themselves, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it might feel a little bit bad. Akshan gonna get banned out.
Akshan will be removed. Anticipated, but still does make me sad.
No resin.
There's the Thresh ban, so we will see the same bans out of Kansas Esports. And it looks like Texas State will opt to remove that Amumu.
I think that's perhaps the right play. I think despite the Cassiopeia being such a heavy mover last game, you got to acknowledge the oppression that Amumu was able to have on that bot lane.
And we will see Portland go back to the Talia. That worked so well for them last game. Got fed early, and that Weaver's Wall has such a big impact on the map. I'm glad to see them sticking to their guns and going back to this Talia.
Still that question mark of, can you play it support? Can you play Talia support just in case?
Ooh, Texas State will pick away the Cassiopeia.
Interesting.
I do think that's very interesting.
And the Olaf
plus Olaf.
Next. Oh, wow. I think you can definitely do it.
Will it be locked in?
Volibear getting hovered instead. Volibear can go top lane.
I imagine, yep, they do lock in the Volibear. I imagine that will be the Volibear jungle yet again. Which, I mean, it's fine. it was fine. He did exactly what Volibear does.
That's true.
So if he does what Volibear does again, that's fine.
The Kog'Maw, though.
Going back,
do it.
Our wonderful ADC, Groovy, going back to the hyper carries possibly. The Misfortune was pretty good, but I do like this Kog'Maw much better for him.
With the Amumu banned, the MF loses a little bit of value. So being able to hyper carry by yourself, not a support.
Now pick Lulu.
Pick Lulu.
Now pick
Kog'Maw
somebody
big.
Make the Kog'Maw big.
Make the Kog'Maw
of course. Ooh,
Malphite getting
instead,
hovered.
we'll maybe opt for this rock.
I wouldn't mind it. And the Ornn, I don't mind that either.
I think the Ornn is definitely safer than the Malphite. I think Malphite is better, perhaps right now, but it is a little bit riskier to just go for the Malphite blind. You usually want him when you can see a little bit more AD on the enemy team, so I like the pick of the Ornn here.
Mm-hmm.
The Ornn scaling with the items, very good for the Kog'Maw.
Absolutely.
If he decides to go a mythic item, because I know last time he played Kog'Maw, he did not.
We saw last game how long these games can go.
Yes.
And if Ornn can get that value, getting everyone a personalized item, then it could definitely snowball pretty effectively.
Texas State will take the Leona on 3.
I think that's a good reply into just locking down that Ornn, preventing the ult, preventing Talia from doing any shenanigans. I like the Leona pick.
They have a very clear philosophy of this game. Go in.
Go in.
They want the Leona to go in, they want the Volibear to go in, and they want that Cassiopeia Petrifying Gaze to layer on top.
Karma ban.
I think we will see probably another Enchanter ban to go with this Kog'Maw.
Kansas bans the Ezreal out.
Yes, the Ezreal definitely was more of a bright spot for the Texas State.
I think he got some value,
Mm-hmm.
but certainly not as much as I've seen an Ezreal get before.
It will not be a second Enchanter ban. It will be the Pantheon. That
Interesting.
aggressive support.
Interesting.
Or maybe a mid lane Pantheon ban. That champion can go everywhere, so it's just whatever they banned it for, it was
He can
banned.
play every role and he can go anywhere on the map. And the Draven getting hovered, heavily targeting that ADC position, limiting the options.
Curious to what he goes down to. Maybe the Misfortune himself.
I think
An Ahri lock in. This could be a Cassiopeia bot lane.
you could see it.
I think this could be a Cassiopeia bot lane, especially with that Ahri locked
You
in.
could maybe get away with a Sivir here. Just going all in all the time. Gotta go zoom.
Zoom, must go fast.
Kansas is here to say no.
Brom hover again, and this time they do lock it in.
Enough of these shenanigans. We're locking down, keeping the fort fortified.
Yep.
That's a lot of tank.
That Brom Unbreakable Shield will be good for blocking potential Petrifying Gaze or Ahri Charm.
Ooh, and the Fizz
The
gets
Fizz
hovered. I'd love to see a Fizz here going mid against an Ahri.
Definitely a good matchup for Fizz here.
And it gets
get locked in. We'll see the Fizz.
Oh.
I believe this is the patch. Fizz had his changes reverted. So now he is just stronger instead of being not stronger. Definitely feels good for Jays on that Fizz.
I do actually like the Tristana
I think
here.
if they lock in the Tristana, it means that it's Cassiopeia top.
And they lock
All
it
right. So it looks like we will probably see this Cassiopeia top against the Ornn. Ornn will probably not have very much fun for a little bit. But of course, Ornn is the tank, assassin, mage, bruiser, hyper carry, must do damage, never die, multi-class.
Yeah, he does everything.
Yeah.
With time.
So I think Cassiopeia might get a little bit cocky, and that Ornn combo is deadly. So I'm feeling pretty good about this draft. Looks like we will be heading into the client draft here soon, so we can see if it is a locked-in Cassiopeia top. I don't imagine it would be anything else, but I've seen crazier things.
And at this point, they're purely recreating the draft in the client.
Yes.
Such different composition despite the existence of the Talia, the Cassiopeia, the Volibear. They're back, but the ideas of these compositions are drastically different. And you love to see that. Loves to see some variety.
I do definitely think this Ahri pick is weird. I would have much rather seen them if they were, because when you see a Cassiopeia, like, that is for sure a flex pick. So maybe they don't imagine they're flexing it mid, they're flexing it bot, and that's the case. You would blind the Ahri there. But I definitely think you should have gone for the Tristana on 4, keeping that Cassiopeia mid flex alive. Because now we do get to see the notorious Jay's Fizz.
He doesn't get the Cassiopeia, but he does get the next best thing.
Yep.
And that's the Fish Boy.
Snake Girl. I am no longer friends with Snake Girl. Fish Boy is my new best friend.
I think the Ari has some potential as a purely carry role. If, like last game, we saw just a single pick snowball into an ace. If the Ari can accomplish that, then you can maybe finish out a game.
Unfortunately for the side of Texas State, Ari sucks. Ari does not do damage. I will be curious to see if they go for kind of a more damage build, or if you go for the, I would say, more smart build of going for the Everfrost, Cosmic Drive, and Zonias, maxing out that ability haste, getting a lot of casts of your W, really lets you kind of dodge around in team fights. But you do not really pick this champion for the damage output.
Yeah, I would like to see like a Twisted Fate there, just to accomplish a little bit more on a global scale.
It will be fun to watch, though. Many dashes. More dashes equals more fun, obviously. Kansas must not be having fun this game. There are no dashes. And it looks like the team compositions will be locked in. And we are going to take, again, a short break while we wait for the spectator delay, and we will be back when we are in the game.
And we're back. Now in-game.
Yep, back for game 2.
Ooh.
Hopefully we can see a little bit of a more stable mid-game out of Kansas Esports this time around, but I'm sure there will be no problems at all, and this game will go perfectly.
Texas kind of learning their lesson from last game, opts for a little bit more of a standard 4-point.
Mm-hmm. Cassiopeia sitting really far back. I wonder if they think that Kansas will try something just as they did. Of course, we know they're not doing that, but they don't. Still sitting back. I think it's fine because they're not like moving up to get any vision through that corridor, but definitely pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Thank you, directed camera. I knew somebody was listening.
This is the most crucial member of the team right now.
We do see possible... Yep, I assume it will happen. We will see both the junglers start on bot side. Well, we did see this Talia start top side last game, but that will not be happening. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a scuffle on that scuttle crab. Just your standard leash. Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. There is a little bit of an issue with the Cassiopeia top not on blue side. And you gotta be a little bit mad that you didn't get blue side on the Cassiopeia top there.
Yeah.
Because locking in that blue buff, just going top with it, pressing the horn as much as possible.
True. Ooh, this
might
bomb
make a difference.
negates
a lot of damage coming down to this Tristana here.
Ooh, will they proc? No, they will not. A little bit of trading. Nothing really happens. No summoners burned. Everything is fine.
Leona's ready to go in on that Kog'Maw at a moment's notice, though. But they're respecting it for the time being.
Mm-hmm. Ari hitting that level 2 first. This is very common when you are playing a melee champion versus a ranged champion. And while Fizz will probably have a much better time as he levels up, these early levels are not going to be the most fun in the world.
Ari's getting some good poke out. So is this bot lane, though. The Kog'Maw oppression. Just at level 2.
So, this Cassiopeia realizing that...
Fizz going in.
Oh, he's going in to charm?
Oh, Talia's here, though. That's a lot of damage coming out. The execute finishes it off, and the first blood will go over to the Fizz.
Fizz hitting that first blood is very, very good for him.
That's a big deal. Ooh.
And Cassiopeia can't really make anything happen top lane. That slow from the Ornn is just too big, even for Cassiopeia's speed potion. I'm curious what Jays will get on this recall. I'm sure he will take a base here soon. It looks like they want to try to help out Talia on this crab. Ornn tries to E over a wall. Ooh, getting that Cassiopeia flash out.
Fizz getting low. Crab will be secured by the Volley Bear Smite.
4 top to help with the Scuttle Crab. It will go the way of Texas State, and nobody dies.
That's a 4v4.
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Kog'Maw and Tristana are very happy about that. Chilling bot lane, killing minions, no better pastime.
Absolutely.
Jay's picking up that Dark Seal.
Nice.
Really thinks he's going to get fed this game. I think it too.
Ari replies with a Dark Seal of herself.
Ooh,
what are your thoughts on that?
That is ballsy, going for the Dark Seal after dying.
I think...
You kind of have to go for it. It shows that they're so confident. They're not tilted. Everything is fine.
That's true.
Braum will miss the Winter's Bite, but the bot lane will be pushed back anyways. Big wave stacking up.
This Ornn has now secured a CS lead against this Cassiopeia. Pretty impressive, but the poke is there.
Really hard for Cassiopeia to trade, especially in that kind of a wave where it's just so big.
Yeah.
Where she will just take tons of damage for almost nothing.
Fizz looking to go in.
The charm comes out and
damage.
misses.
Electrocute.
Trey does
Ari.
even out in the end with some return damage, but Jace does have the ignite, so I imagine very soon he will try to go back in, maybe blow flash, maybe get a kill. I would guess on the next cast of his E.
No
Very soon.
junglers are nearby to secure either of those kills mid. Patience. Patience.
They will hold this wave to try to get a little bit of a freeze going.
Fizz is looking pretty low here.
Yeah. Ari dropping all of her corrupting potions. Fizz still has one left, so he's fine. I don't think either of them are really in any danger at the current moment. Once that Talia hits level 6, we will see him move with that Weaver's Wall into probably killing the Ari again, if I had to guess.
That's an impressive CS lead mid so far.
Yes, especially playing a melee versus range matchup.
Absolutely.
And going down early.
That's ridiculous.
A little bit of trading bot lane, but Braum with that shield does not take damage. And Leona with her W does not take damage, so nothing happens. That is the moral of the story.
Braum's looking to poke Leona. The shield's there, though.
Ooh.
Leona's diving back in.
Concussive
She's
blows
getting
wins.
low, though. So is the Braum. Braum might get killed.
Oh,
Fizz
Jace
is
will die to the
killed.
tower shot, and Braum drops.
No.
Disaster strikes. Maybe a little bit too aggressive on that play mid lane, and I think maybe they were not anticipating that damage bot lane. Ooh.
They're going back in.
Rocket jump.
Oh, the flash comes out. Leona's almost dead.
Ooh, Ornn with the
Played
combo.
top lane.
He doesn't go for the
A little
ult,
bit of
but
poke, but wow.
Kog'Maw will get to just sit and collect this wave. Maybe not as happy as he wishes he
Ornn
could
looking
be.
to go in with the ult.
That miasma, very, very effective.
Still getting caught out. The ult will come through for Cassiopeia. Looking to execute, and that's taken out.
Barely
by the
does not
Talia.
trade
Wow.
one back. The Talia picking up yet another early kill.
The grounded there was really good to prevent that Ornn ult from connecting.
Yes. There's something I didn't realize would happen, and now I feel sad that I didn't realize that would happen.
And that changes the matchup a little bit, huh?
Looks like Kansas will be contesting this dragon. They know what's happening. Volibear is on it by himself, but Leona coming in, maybe unsuspecting.
Ooh, no vision there. But the Tristana-Leona pair is here.
Braum's
going down to half.
Here.
It's not looking good.
Oh, but the Ornn is here.
Tristana does finish off the Braum. Ornn's here. Leona's getting low, and it does get killed. Tristana back in.
Oh,
And
the Chum the Water is coming up.
And that's out.
Tristana way
Ornn
oversteps.
flash. Area flash. And that'll wrap up this fight.
That was so hectic. So many things were happening. I kept going back and forth on whether or not I was happy or sad or what was going on.
Dragon will be getting secured by Texas there, though.
Yes. We'll not be getting a Mountain Soul or an Ocean Soul this game. Hopefully, it's not another Cloud Soul. That would be pretty sad. Not because it's bad, but because, come on, we gotta get something new. Give me
Both
that
teams
Infernal.
would love an Infernal Soul.
Absolutely. Making a move on this
Cassia's a little bit out of
Cassiopeia. She
place.
does have
Fizz
flash.
is here. Watch out. No ult for the Cassiopeia, and that's a quick kill
just
coming out
falls.
of Fizz. Ari's here, looking for the
I don't know if
W
you want
hits.
this.
Electrocute,
Oh, she
going
does
back
want
in.
this.
Fizz is ready to pounce at a moment's notice.
No, she doesn't want this. Good play, getting another kill into the Fizz, but they may have stayed too long. They don't know he's there.
Fizz is staying.
Uh-oh.
He's here, no back. Ari gets hit. Ari gets...
the dodge on the charm.
Oh, the
Now
final
Ari
kill
will
by the
fall.
Ornn. Bot lane coming in. Tristana kills. Leona gets stunned. That is a big volley bear against these very low Kansas champs.
He's so close to killing
The ult will
all of
come
them, but I
through, the
think he will
Fizz.
drop.
Oh, the flash and the... Oh, wow.
Very well played out of Jackie Returns, and Jay's there,
That was
surviving with barely any health
Was a
to kill that
huge
volley bear.
interrupt coming from that Ornn there. That was crazy. Tristana just wailing away on this tower. 2 turret plating down.
Ooh,
Kog'Maw might get
Kog'Maw
caught
about
out
to
here,
get
Leona.
dove.
Will
Solar
get
Flare's
stunned
not
and pounced
available.
on. Kog'Maw gets
Doesn't
killed.
matter. Ooh, Tristana will die.
Will get
trading back
killed.
a kill.
Tristana's here though. We'll see if the Braum takes that fight. And that's a kill for the Braum. No dice on getting that
Disaster
last kill on Kog'Maw.
definitely struck there for the side of Texas State. They thought they could take the Kog'Maw for free, but they failed to recognize that Braum would be coming back. from
Yep.
that earlier death, and they trade 2 kills back for just the 1.
Probably not worth that 2 turret plating.
You kind of need to go for plays like that, especially when you're kind of lower ranked or maybe a little bit behind. But this Cassiopeia definitely should not be
but the
doing
Volleybear's
that.
there, and Talia will have to flash out.
Yep, this Cassiopeia top is not happy right
Fizz
now.
looking to go in. Leona is there, out of vision currently, looking for the W. Does connect. Ari's there for the follow through. That's a lot of stun duration. But the Fizz is slippery. The ult coming out, and no dice.
The Playful Trickster will get him out of this one.
Talia may be committing that ult a little bit too early.
I think it's fine to commit that there. Now Leona has to move back bot, and they get to move up for this Rift Herald. They will get some plates with it, which is very cool. But it looks like Kog'Maw and Braum might be in danger right now.
A little bit of vision there.
Leona does not have the solar flare up, so they get to walk out for free.
Talia will get away with that Herald.
They're going to make another move on this poor Cassiopeia.
It connects, and that's going to be a quick execute.
Again, that is a tilter.
Fizz has chummed the waters. Just absolutely wrecking.
Diving again on this bot lane. 4v2.
That's a lot. That's a 4v2 coming in. Quick execute, a lot of damage. The Volleyball committed just to tank the turret.
Shutting off that tower is big and saves all their lives. It looks like they will try to take this tower, but Kansas Esports have the Rift Herald.
Texas Tech says, "Who needs a Rift Herald when we have 4 bot?"
They spawn it, but I think the first tower is going to go the way of Texas State.
It's looking close though. The charge.
They do barely get that first tower, but that is all 5 plates gone.
Wow.
On that top lane
That
tower.
was remarkably close.
And it looks like they will still get that second charge onto the tier 2. Definitely a good usage of the Herald. A little bit tragic that they don't end up with that first tower gold.
Dragon's coming up in a mere 30 seconds here.
Jays is strong. Sitting on full boots. That Playful Trickster is max rank. I'm not quite sure what the cooldown is, but I know it is not long. And sitting on that 9-stack Dark Seal, I imagine at the earliest convenience, we will be seeing a Magi Soul Stealer.
Absolutely. That Ari has a respectable 3. She may get there one day.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, but yeah.
Ocean has come online. So far, no contestants. Texas looking to take it, though. Here they come.
They are getting a little bit pincered by the
Fizz is out of vision with an ult at the ready. And it's a quick dragon.
They will get the dragon, but
Fizz
can
is
they
here.
get
Does
out?
connect on the Cassiopeia yet again, and that's a quick execute.
Cassiopeia falls in an instant.
Leona, ult will have to come out, trying to save her. That's a large stun.
Huge Everfrost root out of the Ahri there. So nothing else will come of it. But a 1-for-0 for the side of Kansas Esports. This Cassiopeia is worth less than a cannon minion.
Braum looking to get killed.
A Moonglade overstays just a little bit too long, unfortunately.
Yep. Ari's up to 5.
I do want to note that Ahri is going for the Everfrost build over the Ludens.
Definitely
I do
the right
like
play.
this a lot better. It gives her much more utility going for this. I assume with the Everfrost, she will go for this ability haste build that makes her much, much better. In terms of the map right now, seems all is kind of going back to quiet for at least a little bit. Never mind.
Talia getting caught out here with a quick engage by the enemy ADC. Wow.
Porcelain definitely overstepping there, trading onto the Leona.
Ornn looking to make an outplay here. Doesn't connect.
He has
Volleybear's here.
exhaust.
Exhaust will be used. Volleybear shielded. Ornn. Oh, the Cassiopeia is looking to engage. No
does not
boots
have ult
needed.
to
She's
slow him
going
down.
quick.
Nope. He will get out. No summoners burned. I mean, the exhaust, but that was a spell book. Kansas Esports still in a very good position, up about 1,000 gold.
Down
Very fed
2
Fizz.
Dragons, though. That's an unfortunate 2 dragons, though,
It will be an Infernal Soul.
which is going to be a big deal.
I think we will definitely see some earlier setup on these Infernal Drakes by Kansas Esports. And Jay's completing that Zhonya's Hourglass first item. I like this. The Stasis plus the Playful Trickster gives Fizz a lot of invulnerability in fights. We'll take the worst end of that trade, but I don't think anything else will come of it.
For now, it's just a game of vision.
Yep.
Getting control over that river, getting ready for those inevitable Dragon and Baron events.
This will be soul point for the side of Texas State, so they do want to get up because that early Dragon Soul is very important, especially when you consider the fact that an Infernal Soul on a Fed Fizz is not something anyone wants to play against.
CS between these two teams is about even at this point.
A little bit of an advantage in the mid lane for KU versus a little bit of an advantage in the top lane for the side of Texas State. Although that 0-5-1 scoreline is still making that gold a little bit, giving that free money over to the side of Kansas Esports.
Orin has a beautiful 150 gold shutdown.
Yep.
Love to see it on my big boy.
The big boy, the assassin, the tank, the marksman,
Does
the everything.
Does it all. He's rotated down bot lane, looking to mess with this Ahri a little bit.
Did you see that Blade of the Ruined King coming out first from Kog'Maw? Very different from the Wit's End first last time we saw him play the champion.
I think Bork here is smart,
Yeah.
knowing how oppressive the tanks were last match. Just trying to get that out of the way as fast as possible.
And as good as Wit's End is, Ahri deals part true damage, and this Cassiopeia is not connected to the game currently. So the magic resist is not the most needed. Dragon coming up here in a minute. We do see a little bit of vision in that river on the side of Texas State.
Ahri's
Ooh.
getting caught out. A beautiful play from the
Ooh, the living artillery will
Tristana's
take
in.
out.
From the... Oh my gosh. So many disconnected ults.
Low health bar on the side of Kog'Maw. He will have to base, but that Ahri going down, that 200 gold bounty bonus going over to the Kog'Maw is massive. That is
It's a
your
big
one
deal.
Fed member, and they get caught out and die. That is not something you want to see. Dying with flash up, too. Definitely not ideal.
Kansas has a time for Rift Herald here right before Dragon spawns up.
This mid lane tower may go down.
Another
but
ult is going to come out onto the Cassiopeia. Nothing is going to come of it, though. Oh, Sonya's will be used. The Braum is here for the backup. Oh, and out of view. That's
Jace
will
does
come
fall.
in. Stunned again.
Ooh,
It
with the
does
snipe.
connect with the Tristana, but she's out of there.
Little bit of a hectic fight on the way down to this dragon. Jace does fall, giving over a pretty big bounty over to Ahri. But with the Leon and Cassiopeia falling, you have to feel that this dragon will go over pretty safely to Kansas Esports.
Volley Bear's here for a potential contest, but
Nope,
no.
it will go over to KU. No stealing this time. Stealing is wrong.
No blitz hugs.
Blitzcrank isn't in the game, so we can't get dragon stolen. And with that dragon out of the way, we are now anticipating this. We will see, not anticipating. We'll see this Baron spawn up in a little over a minute. Probably see some setup over there. People definitely want to contest around this Baron vision.
Texas is largely getting ready mid, looking to push that out before heading over to Baron.
A little bit of a risky thing to stay up this far. Oh my goodness, that
Tristana.
Kog'Maw damage. He's not even on her screen.
This mid turret is getting dangerously low, though.
It is still standing, and they do have the Rift Herald, so you can stay up and try to make a push for your own mid lane tower, which I do expect we will see them do here shortly. I imagine we will wait for this Weaver's Wall to come back up. They'll make a play onto somebody and push down for the mid lane tower. That's what I'm hoping to see.
This Leona constantly just out of vision, ready to pounce at a moment's notice.
Yep. Kog'Maw, a very prime target now that he has some kills under his belt.
Absolutely.
People recognize him. Talia again getting monstrously fed in this game.
Ooh,
Ahri taking a pretty...
a beautiful Leona ult coming out. Both hitting Kog'Maw and Braum.
The
No
Orn
dice
ult
on
will
the
go
Orn
through the
ult.
uprights. Whoa, did you see that?
Yeah, that was weird.
The seismic shove comboed with the pillar from Orn didn't knock him back.
The Fizzle will miss. Cassiopeia misses the ultimate.
Cassiopeia
Electrocute
is
damage
winning
might
this.
not be enough, though. Oh, the Fizz. Oh, it's close.
Oh, the Zonya's
The
coming
Zonias
through.
will be
We won't get to
used.
see the
Leona's there,
conclusion.
though. Might get cleaned up.
Two
Rift
top
dropped
means
mid.
the Rift Herald
Not
mid.
quite close. And that's an executed Fizz.
Jace does fall, but two
Oh,
top does
wow.
mean the Rift Herald mid, and likely this mid lane tower. You
Looking
do
at
hate
that.
to see your mid laner go down like that, but getting something on the back end of it is always good.
A
Maybe
second
they can stick around
charge.
for this second tower as well. They do. Great move out of Kansas, capitalizing on what looked
Yep.
to be a bad play with Jace getting caught out in the top lane.
Yep.
That Cassiopeia damage is impressive and very crazy for being 0-6.
Farming away.
Yeah,
On the
I
castle
guess
top.
that Leandri's Anguish doing quite a lot for this Cassiopeia. Although I imagine next time Jace will not miss his ult.
Orn has hit level 11. Getting dangerously close to being able to upgrade some of his items and some of his teammates.
Yep, just a couple more levels. Level 14 is when he can level up his teammates. Unfortunately, we do see Jace's Dark Seal fall down to 1 stack, so it looks like we will
You do
most
hate to
likely
see
not
it.
see the Magi's this game. But that's okay. We can be sad a little bit. And again, Jay's up about 30 CS in the mid lane. Pretty crazy. I mean, playing a melee champion versus a ranged champion, CS can be a little bit hard to come by, as we see in the top lane with that about 40 CS advantage for the side of the Cassiopeia. Despite her 6
able.
deaths, she can farm.
Orn's able to just walk down to the bot lane, take out that tower real quick, uncontested.
Yep. Cleanse Ignite in the summoners looks a little bit goofy, but it is summoner spellbook, so those are not his true summoners.
No, they are. They are.
The CS is, funnily enough, exactly even between bot laners. And as I say that, Tristana takes a minion. How dare you?
This second Infernal Drake is coming up in just 30 seconds. The
Kansas
tension
do have
surrounding
the...
it.
Ooh.
It's going to be pretty big. The Orn
Ooh, the
does
rocket
hit the...
cancel.
Oh, and it's deleted instantly. Fizzle won't connect, but the TP is there. We'll see what it is, because Cassiopeia coming in. Leona, a lot of damage coming in, and the spicy.
The living artillery will come down and finish off the Leona. Very impressive team fight there. The rocket jump cancel from the Call of the Forge God was very impressive. And that Tristana was not long for this world. She did not even have time to use her heal or her flash, let alone that ultimate. And Kansas Esports will take the Baron. And they already have a couple people down there for this dragon.
Orn's here to contest.
Is a little
Drake
bit-
gets
is
a
a little
double
bit
stun
dangerous.
knockup. Beautiful. Fizz is here with the Zonias of his own. Ooh.
The dragon
The
does go the
dragon
way
will
of
go
Texas
to
State.
Texas.
Oh!
Wow.
Ooh, a
The
little
Fizz
bit of a
would be
BM out of Jays. This
Wow.
Talia is popping off again. You have to feel that maybe after that Game 1 performance on the Talia, you would have liked to see them take it off of the table. They do not, and he comes back to pop off yet again.
This mid turret is looking rather juicy.
Yep, with 3 dead on the side of Texas State, this mid lane tower is not long for the world. I imagine they will take it and leave. Don't want to overstay and potentially get caught out. trying to
Tristana's
get
ready
that
to
inhibitor.
poke and pounce at a moment's notice.
Looks like they will just take their base and everything will return to neutral.
No inhibitor. So no supers.
I do think it's an
still.
interesting choice to see the Gale Force out of the Tristana over the Kraken Slayer, especially considering the presence of the Ornn and the Braum. Those are 2 tanky members. And having Rocket Jump plus Flash, it feels like the Gale Force can get a little bit redundant.
We're looking at about a 6k gold lead for Kansas here. Not looking particularly good for Texas.
No, it is not. Trying to catch out Jays in the side lane. It does not work. And the wave will get pushed back up mid lane. This is a scary Kog'Maw. This Runon's plus Tiamat combo is definitely scary for teams that are fighting in close quarters.
Leona's looking to engage.
Possibly in a little
Does
bit of
ult.
danger.
Brahms here, though. Ornn ult coming in. Leona getting knocked up and quickly executed. Tristana's getting rather low.
Has to burn everything to get away.
Ooh, Ari's looking to combo out the Fizz here. Doesn't look good. Tristana gets ulted. Dust gets finished off. Perfectly timed, and it's another
That's a double kill over to Jays. This game did not last nearly as long as game 1.
Such impressive multitasking from the Fizz there. Able to ult a separate opponent from what you're facing. Gets both kills.
Great
Don't think
performance.
Cassiopeia can do much here.
Great performance out of Kansas Esports in this game 2. And
Volibear coming in.
looks like Kansas Esports will win the series 2-0 with a game 2 victory in 26 minutes. Very, very impressive performance in that game 2.
Absolutely dominant. Just a little bit of a gold league at a time. Start to snowball that, and it becomes the game.
That mid game fall off that we saw in game 1, where they got ahead early and then stumbled a little bit in the mid game and brought it back later. We didn't see that this game. They kept their cool, even when some picks didn't go their way. The Fizz dying a couple times, he was still able to make a lot of impact, and they're able to just snowball the game perfectly.
Absolutely. And I think at some point too, it wasn't just the outplays coming from Kansas. It was more so the missteps that Texas showed.
Yes.
There were a lot of moments there where your champ was just caught out of position, and we were able to capitalize on that.
Definitely would not like, or you do not want to see your top lane Cassiopeia going 1-8.
Yeah,
that is not something you want to see.
Yep.
A little bit unlucky. If they were playing a best of 5, I would expect to see a Talia ban. This was a spectacular performance out of Porchland. The Talia was crazy in both games. A little bit sad we didn't get to see a return of the Dark Seal in the second game, but you know what? That's okay.
It's all right. He got to 10 at the end.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
And again, this is a 2-0 sweep for the side of Kansas Esports. We should assign a player of the series.
Oh gosh. All right.
We had the pop-off performances from the Talia, but also Jays on the Cassiopeia saved the game.
That's true. That
in
is
the
very
first
true.
game, and the Fizz was just spectacular this game. I think we gotta go for Jays.
I think
That's
I'll go
my
for
vote.
Jays. Yep.
There it
Stunning
is.
play on the Cassiopeia.
Congrats, Jays, player of the series from our very little deliberation. I think that's it from us. We have another match, I believe, next Tuesday at the same time. So you better be here to listen to our beautiful voices talk about our Jayhawks, and we're going to see them win more games. They have not lost while we've casted.
That's true.
That's true.
We're good luck.
We are good luck.
So watch out for that, and we'll see you next week, all right?